amazing. I mean, really, you're perfect. I can't wait. Anyway, so and you just go back and forth like that for about 2.5 months, and so. That makes dating couples feel happier and more intimate with their partners, being viewed in unbelievably positive light. That's what people really like. But married couples have different sort of makeup. They're happier and feel more intimate with partners who see them as they see themselves, who see them, in other words, realistically, or at least through the same subjective lens that they see themselves. So there seems to be something really different here, right? So married couples, they're going to feel better, more committed, if they think that the partner sees them in realistic, correct terms. You know who these people are? That was before your time. Okay, all right. Well, never mind. Okay, so this tendency for the dating relationships to feel more intimate to the extent that they're mutual admiration societies, but for married relationships to feel more intimate to the extent they see each other realistically or in the same terms as one another, has been called the marriage shift. It's a big idea in relationship research. So the marriage shift, it's something seems to happen between dating relationships and married relationships that allows for this pivot from mutual admiration societies to something more realistic than that. But of course, there's kind of nasty side to this as well, right? That it means that married people that have negative self-images will prefer partners who see them more negatively. And so there's a kind of nasty side to this, right? Where people with really low self-esteem will end up coupling off with people who hold them, who maybe have negative views of them as well. So that's not very nice. But in general, the marriage shift is what it is, and when you find yourself married, or in that kind of long-term equivalent relationship of being married, you're going to probably feel closer with the person to the extent that you think they see you as you see yourself. And it kind of makes sense, right? Because in a dating relationship, what do? Well, you do a lot of tactical impression management, right? You put on your best, face, you take a shower before the date, things you never do when you get married. You would never do that. I haven't been married myself, so I still shower, but I've heard that the people, when they get married, they don't do this anymore, which is interesting and kind of shocking. So there's like a handful of married people here who are very offended right now, and I apologize to you. But this is the case, right? That when you're in a dating relationship, you make this relationship put on the best front, right? Because you're trying to get them to like you, right? But then as a relationship moves on and becomes a long-term committed relationship, you just can't act all the time. You can't pretend to be the most positive possible version of yourself. You just can't do it, and it would be taxing. It would be tiring. You would find yourself depleted all the time. And what you really need is someone you can live with, right? Someone you can like come home, kick off your shoes, and be yourself, and be like, oh man, what a long day it was. I'm not gonna pretend with you, maybe we'll go out on a date, and we'll pretend then, that we're better people than we really are. But you need somebody who you can decompress with and be yourself with. And this makes sense, especially when you think about dating relationships. You see the person, not as much as when you live with them, right? And you just can't live with somebody where you're presenting yourself in this extremely positive light all the time. So, one of the questions about the marriage shift is it selection or adaptation? Is it the case that the relationships where people see each other really realistically and accept that and are still committed to that and attracted to that, are those the ones that become marriages? Is it more realistic dating relationships that end up going long term, such that you can kind of look at your relationship and say, does this person see me realistically and do I like that? And then say, oh, then this one has a chance to go long term? Or is it instead that it's an adaptation, that something else makes dating relationships, or some other things make dating relationships become long term relationships, become marriages, and then along the way there tends to be the shift, You move in together, you start living with one another, you reveal, your true self, that all those horrible things you've been covering up on these dates, and then hopefully they accept that, and then that becomes a married relationship. Maybe it's an adaptation or is it selection? So, to put it differently, do long-term relationships lead to preferences for realism somewhere along the way, or is it the case that realistic relationships lead to marriage? And, of course, as is always the case in social psychology, the truth is complicated, and therefore both are probably true. It is probably the case that long-term relationships do eventually lead to preferences for realism, where you need the person to know who you really are and accept that, and otherwise you just are haunted by this insecurity that they don't really know who you are, and they may not really be in love with the person that you really are. But it's also probably the case that realistic relationships lead to marriage. Because mutual admiration societies, much like Puka and Garus, are possibly unsustainable, right? And at some point they have to be able to make that shift, and if they can't, either because self-disclosure leads people to find out something they don't like about the other person, or whatever, then they're probably not going to make it. Okay. So the takeaway, relationships that go long-term involve seeing someone for who they really are, being on the same page, sharing the same reality, and usually accepting your partner's faults as well as their strengths. That doesn't mean you have to do this in a relationship, but it is symptomatic of a successful long-term relationship. And not all relationships are going to be that. So again, this is not go do that kind of advice. It's more this is what it would look like should you find yourself in those circumstances. So are there any questions about the marriage shift? Yes? What about the research on the board? I can't remember the guy's name. If you email me, I can definitely find it, though. Really? The Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus people use the same terminology? Really? Ooh. Well, it wasn't John Gray. I promise you I did not bring Men Are From Mars, Women From Venus knowingly into my class. But if I did incidentally, then, there you go. Maybe they're onto something. I don't know. Yes? Absolutely. Oh, no, I mean, you accept, his or her faults, and he or she accepts her faults. That definitely not, yeah. Yeah, it's not written very clearly, yeah. Yes? I think I've been implying a lot about sex and relationships this whole time, and I'm surprised you haven't caught that. Because pretty much this whole time, it's just been one sexual innuendo after another. I don't know. I didn't think it was that subtle, but I guess it is. Yeah, well, when I was saying that whole thing about cooperate, right? What do you think I was talking about? You think I was talking about, like, making dinner? I'm talking about making dinner. Yes. Does that answer your question? I don't know that. Okay, all right, good. Yes. Sex is helpful for relationships, or so I hear. So, okay, so, love and attachments. This is an excellent chapter from the Jonathan Haidt book, chapter 6, I believe. Right? Wrong? Hey, all right, cool. Okay. Okay, chapter 6. This is an outstanding chapter. If you had to read, 25 pages, I have no idea how long this chapter is. If you had to read whatever number of pages about love and relationships, it would be the ones I would send you to. Those would be the pages I would have you read. And Haidt starts off his analysis by criticizing the myth of true love. And what is this myth of true love? And this is like Descartes in terms of being just the ultimate whipping boy in this area of research. People love to be like, oh, this whole troubadour myth about true love is so bogus. And you kind of go, does anybody really believe this? But I don't know. But some people say it. And you see it all the time in romantic comedies, right? Like Serendipity. Serendipity is the ultimate one. That you'll fall in love once with one person in the entire world who is perfect for you, and then you'll remain in passionate love with that person forever. If you believe this, I hate to tell you this, but this is almost certainly not going to be true in your life. You're not going to fall in love. You're not going to, no, that's not the part. Nobody loves you. No, that's not the part that isn't true. What's not true is that there isn't just, there probably isn't just one person for you, but there is. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't even say that. But, and the part where you remain in passionate love forever is the part that we'll criticize, or at least interrogate for how true it is. And I think there's limitations on that part of the myth of true love. So Haidt identifies, that's the part that he's going after. Is it the case, you remain in passionate love forever, and that's what sustains the real true love that you need to be going and looking for. So, in an effort to criticize this, Haidt identifies two kinds of love. One is passionate love, which develops quickly, is intense and fleeting. And you know this kind of love, right? It's like, it's hot, you look like these people here, you're like, oh my god, is it hot in here, or is it us, and you just that heat, you just feel it all the time, and it's typified by that mutual admiration admiration society thing, like, you're so perfect and bizarrely hot, you know, and my God, we're both hot, and it's intense, and sadly, this feeling is also fleeting. But yeah, it's hot. I was really, whew, wow. You both wear red all the time, and you notice you're like, man, we're wearing red. We look like people from like Serendipity. We look like people from this movie, you know. And it's true. It is true. You are very hot. You are more attractive in this phase, I swear. You're exactly what you think you are. There's another kind of love, though, called companionate love, or this is what Jonathan Haidt calls it. You call it whatever you want. And it develops slowly. It involves trust, companionship, union, mutual compatibility, mutual acceptance. A lot of this fits really well with the marriage shift. Yeah, a lot of this fits really well with marriage shift. And this tendency towards companionate love, it tends to develop slowly, but it forms a backbone, or Haidt argues this, it forms a backbone of long-term, sustained, effective relationships. And this is why it's the case that arranged marriages can actually work, right? Which is weird, right? Or we find it weird in this culture that arranged marriages can never work, because we have this whole thing about how you gotta find that one person that's perfect for you gotta consult your preferences, go down that checklist, and be like, oh yes, okay, so she's a Baptist, she's a Democrat, she takes the trash out, is very pretty, and she actually finds me attractive. And then boom, there you go. All right, we made the list, let's do it. Now, of course, this is not how it is, right? We don't have great insight on what we're really looking for, and it's not necessarily the case that passionate love, that spark you get in a relationship, is what it's all about. It feels like it's what it's all about. It feels very, very, very warm and hot, but it's not actually what these long-term relationships tend to be sustained by as much. And this is why arranged marriages can surprisingly work. If your folks can get together and be like, they're actually very compatible, they might not know this. It might actually work out. So you should all try to get into an arranged marriage. But the tough thing is the transition from the period of relationships where passionate love tends to dominate and be kind of the main thing you feel to the phase of a relationship where companionate love sort of rules the day can be very difficult. It can be fraught with difficulty, and it can be hard to kind of say, like, what's going on? Like, is this relationship failing because I'm not filled with this huge passionate love that we were experiencing at the beginning? It can be hard to interpret what's going on here. And this is a lot like the marriage shift, right? Where at the beginning it's it's like you think the person's perfect, they think you're perfect, that's what you thought you were looking for with somebody who thought you were perfect, that you think is perfect, and then later you're like, wait a second, it's not perfect. And one thing that Haidt talks about is these sobering realizations of the faults in the other person, right? Where you used to think they were perfect, and then you wake up one day and you look over and they're drooling on their pillow, and you're like, oh my God, why would they do that? They were supposed to be perfect, and they're doing it. They're just drooling, and it's sometimes it's awful. It can be terrible. And I'm going to talk more about the. Okay, I'm going to stop. Okay, so. And these realizations are incredibly sobering, and a lot of people's reactions are to flee, right? You see the drool, and you just run out the door. You leave a vaguely scrawled note with the line running off because you're literally fleeing the scene. It often leads to a breakup, maybe 2, 3, 4 months into a relationship. But companionate love, which is the thing that's kind of beginning to happen in this phase, where you start to see a person realistically, and you start to figure out, maybe you're going to make that marriage shift, or put less pressure on, maybe you're going to make that relationship shift, and see who they really are, they'll see who you are, and then maybe you will or will not accept that person. And that phase starts, that critical test starts when you wake up that morning, and you have that sobering realization the person is not perfect. That moment that you might think of as the beginning of the end might actually be the beginning of the beginning of the beginning of the beginning. Okay, so companionate love has its own benefits for relationships that can succeed and make that shift, and companionate love undergirds strong marriages. So Haidt talks about, and I'm putting this thing up here, and I hesitate to do this. This is an incredibly pseudo-scientific graph. Like, usually in a college class, we'd be showing a graph like this that would be based on data, and this is just something John Haidt doodled one day. This is absurdly non-scientific, and I need you all to promise that you will not show this to any of your other professors, or I will surely be fired. Okay, so Haidt presents this graph of these two kinds of love: companionate, which is like a dashed line here, and passionate. Oh shoot, okay, companionate line is a solid line here, and passionate, which is this dashed, this more exciting line here. It's all over the place, as is the case. So, and this is the intensity of these two kinds of love over a 6-month period. And what you're seeing is at the very beginning, relationships are all about the passionate love, right? You're hot, they're hot, and yada yada yada. And then it's like all over the place. You're like, are they hot? Am I hot? I don't know, like, and then. But it does persist. It doesn't go to 0 or anything, but it goes down over time, right? But then companionate love, is on its way up. It's on its way up. For relationships that work, this is a survey of relationships that end up working. Now, sometimes companionate love never makes it, right? It just kind of peters out here. Passionate love goes down as well, and in such a situation, you should probably break up. But Haidt identifies 2 danger points on this graph, and this is a very smart analysis. So sometimes people commit at the highest points of passion. 2 months into the relationship, they run off to Vegas, which is dangerously close to here for all of you, by the way. This is when I lived on the East Coast. I mean, this was not as dangerous a point as it is for you. It's a very real danger for all of you. I want you to be careful. So people run off and they commit at the highest highs of passion, and that isn't always a mistake. It can work out maybe. It's unclear if it'll work out. It can work out, but it might not. And that danger point reminds me of this Johnny Cash, June Carter song Jackson, that quote up there. But another danger point, and this one, everybody kind of knows about this one. Your parents definitely know about this one and are worried that you're going to do that. But another danger point is this one, and this one's not obvious. And here we have Jonathan Haidt to thank. For this is the one where you break up that morning when you see a person drooling, and you discover they have faults, and you discover that they're a real person or whatever, and you go, wow, I thought I was dating somebody perfect. I'm out of here, Or worse yet, maybe you're the one drooling that morning, and they see that you're not perfect, and that's the part you don't like, and you take off. And that's very tempting, right? But Haidt would say this is a mistake. That instead, if you really understood how relationships worked, which is hard to do, but this is based vaguely on data, so this can help us understand. And in a longer time frame of say 60 years, an amount of time, I'd love to be married because it would mean that I'd live to be over 90, but also be nice to be married that long. That over a longer time span, it's really going to work. What's going to come to dominate is going to be companionate love, and that's going to wind up being the big story. And passionate love is going to be important, and you're going to want to have that in your history, in your rearview mirror, and it's going to keep being important forever. It's going to be a non-zero part of it. But companionate love, trust, cooperation, not even just the cooperation, but like the real cooperation, will form the backbone of an effective relationship. And so I leave you with this observation. I also leave you with a quote from the great relationship scholars of our generation. You can ask afterwards. Outcast. So this is a quote about long-term relationships, which I really like.